Hey, this is Russell of Hotels, just going live for a little while. Um, just testing. I'm actually going live, but I'm doing a test at the same time. Okay, so it's a new platform I'm using. It's called Ecamm. I just want to see how this thing works. Um, Trying to control everything here. So that's a little music from Nico Miles. Happens to be a cousin of mine, and yes, I've been given permission to use that music. So I don't own it, but Nico Miles does, and he's given me permission to use that. So little rock action going on. But I just wanted to come online for a couple minutes, not long, but like I said, two things: to test this new platform, and then second, to ask just one specific question to my hospitality people. Did hospitality choose you, or did you choose hospitality? Meaning, a lot of people have different ways of how they got into the hotel industry, restaurant industry, tourism, whatever that is. If it's in hospitality, it's hospitality. So a lot of people fell into it, right? So they maybe took a part-time job, not thinking it would turn into something more permanent. Some people went to school like myself. I actually went to school for it, right? So I actually attended Cal Poly Pomona, which is out in it's in LA County. It's probably about 30 miles east of Los Angeles. So I actually went to school there. Majored in it was back then it was called hotel, restaurant, and travel management. So actually it was a degree program, which I got the degree and then started in hotels, right? So my first job was with Marriott International as a housekeeping manager at a courtyard in El Segundo, California, right? 100 years ago. So, so that's my story. So I actually chose to do the hotel thing for the last 25 years or so, and then left to start my own business or my own company, specifically hotel marketing, branding, a lot of social media things for hotels, specifically like non-branded hotels or independent hotels, boutique hotels, things like that. So do a lot of things for them on a social media scale. That's trying to stay relevant, especially during these times. You need people to stay relevant. So my whole thing was the marketing piece, right? Um, so that's about it. So that's my story. So my question, I ask this every show that I have, and I have a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels, which comes on every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I asked that question. Did you choose hospitality, or did hospitality choose you? Just to see how they would answer that question, because, like I said, everyone's story is different. So that was it, and I wanted to actually share one other thing. There's this hotel I used to be the general manager at. One hotel, okay, out of my 14 different hotels, one of them I was a general manager, and that was the Sportsman's Lodge Hotel in Studio City, which is right outside of Los Angeles. And I drove by there the other day. I had heard that they were going to close it down and tear it down and build apartments. So, not that I didn't believe the story, because I'd been hearing that for years. Even when I was a GM there, they were saying they were going to do that, right? They're going to do some redeveloping, because it sat on like 9 acres, and we had an event center, and the first phase was going to be the event center. They were going to turn that into a kind of a outdoor shopping mall with a Equinox and a high end grocery store. So, like I said, that was several years ago, because I left that property back in 2013. So, like last week, I heard that they had closed it down and blah 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 blah. So I had to drive by there. So I happened to be in the valley yesterday, and I drove by, and yes, it's gated off. It's not boarded up, or they haven't gotten rid of the furniture yet, because I got out and looked through the windows and all that kind of stuff to see the state it was in. And I mean, there's still. I mean, they can reopen it tomorrow, and and start operating as a hotel again if that's what they chose to do. But so nothing has been taken out yet. Maybe it's all a process. But not that I was sad to hear, but it was. I just remember, my first GM gig, and that was my first GM gig at the Sportsman Lodge. So, and I didn't even want that job. I was a director of sales and marketing, and I got promoted to be the general manager, which if I had to do it all over again, I probably would not have taken it. Okay. So, some people just know that, their job or what their purpose is to be a director of sales and marketing. And I think I knew that early on that that's what I wanted to do. And the GM part, well, someone else could do that. not that I was unable to do it and capable of doing it, because I was definitely capable of doing it. But you get these positions, sometimes your heart is just not into it. And as a general manager, like I said, that was never a goal of mine at any time during my career. Like, oh, I'm doing this so I can be a GM. No, I never wanted to be a GM. I'd set goals for myself, but it was to be directors of sales and marketing of larger hotels, big box convention type hotels, which I did accomplish those things. My the ultimate goal for me was to be a director of sales and marketing at a 600 room property with over 40,000 square feet of meeting space, and I accomplished that. I kind of accomplished that early on, and then at that point, I'm like, well, what do I do from here? I already accomplished that goal, but being a GM was never that, but it was good experience. I do thank Jim Schickta, who was my CFO or CEO, yeah, Chief Operating Officer, COO at the time. And, I thank him for talking me into it. But if we had to do it all over, Jim, I probably would have said no. So just so you know, but I do thank you for that ride, that experience, and all that stuff. So anyway, that's it. I know I'm kind of rambling along. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick test to see if this platform was working for me. And then just to ask that question to anyone. But of course, I answered the question myself, and that was, did you choose a hospitality, or did hospitality choose you? And I would welcome anyone to come on. We can do a quick live on any platform of your desire, and just answer that question. That's just one question I like to ask, and just to see what your feedback is, because everyone has a different answer to how they got in the hospitality space, and what kept them there. That's it. So anyway, you guys have a great day. We'll take it out with some music here. Once again, Russell of Hotels. My show is called On Air with Russell of Hotels. Comes out every Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST on YouTube and LinkedIn. Peace.